Hi, everyone. My wonderful friend Jesse Hamilton is coming in and he's going to have a chat and share his journey as a performing artist. And I was one of the lucky ones so many years ago that I got to share the stage with him and travel the world. And that cast at the time as well, just we all became like family. And even until this day, so many years later. So I'm just so thankful and grateful that he's here to share all of that with you and also about his one man show because he's gone from being in a cast with people like me and many others to creating his own show that he travels the world with. So I am just so thrilled that he's here and excited for you all to hear his journey. Hi, Jesse.
Hi, Amy.
How are you?
I'm really good. Considering all that's happening in the world, I am safe. I am well adjusted.
Good.
I have plenty of food to eat, and my family is safe and healthy as well.
Oh, beautiful. I'm glad. I'm happy to hear that. Really happy to hear that. And I'm going to jump straight into the questions. Okay, so I'm going to ask you just maybe give us a snippet of a background of you growing up, getting into performing arts and entertainment and things like that. And then maybe about what was your pinnacle moment? What age around about were you when you decided that this could definitely be a career?
I grew up in a musical family. Everyone plays instruments, everyone sings. So that was natural for me to be a part of music. But I liked being in the background. My dad sings classically as well. So I got a chance to be backstage at operas and things that a lot of children aren't exposed to from that vantage point.
Wow.
So I really saw the music industry from a number of sides. Growing up in the Baptist church, playing in jazz bands, but then also seeing my dad sing in operas. It's
Yeah.
a lot.
Crazy.
And I just always loved music, loved music, always played instruments. I've played clarinet, drums, bugle, learning guitar. But in high school, a few friends and I, we formed a guy group, Change Your Pace. And I remember performing at another high school in the rich suburbs. And all of a sudden, these crowds, these girls, everyone just screaming at us, like as we were performing,
Yeah.
sign anything they had, a napkin, a paper plate.
Oh my goodness.
And something kind of happened where it wasn't so much just we're the big man on campus, but it was about being accepted and that approval of the art that you loved. And
Yeah.
I realized then there's something about this that I really dig. And so then I had to try to decide through college how to figure out which avenue to take
Yeah.
because my heart was in theater, my heart was in vocals, it was in playing an instrument, it was all over the place. So honing that in was kind of a little bit more difficult because I liked so many things.
Yeah.
But seeing my mom and dad give me a thumbs up and having my family supporting me as a drum major on the marching band field and concert band and singing in a concert, it's just kind of all slowly just rolled into one. So by the time I left college, I knew that there was nothing else I could do for the rest of my life but sing.
Yeah, it's beautiful. That's beautiful. Following your heart. You can never go wrong when you follow your heart, right?
My dad told me when I was 16 years old, if you have to change your job every other week until you find something that makes you happy, don't let anybody else deter you. You'll wake up one morning and have grown from age 20 to 21, but you'll look like you're 61 because you're unhappy.
Yeah.
So that kind of support means a lot. And that kind of advice has really stuck with me, especially through times like this.
Yeah.
When it going gets tough, you have to still be able to persevere and know that the choices you've made, and if you're happy with the choice, there's a big difference. And singing just brings me joy. So
That's beautiful. It's true. I think my parents said something similar to me growing up when I wanted to be in the industry. And they always said to me that if for some reason like you just have so much passion for this, make it work, like make it be your life, like, and they never said you should do this and you should do that. It was very open and very supportive. So I completely understand that, because I'm so grateful for that as well growing up, because then you get to learn yourself along the way. You know, you really get to open up and learn. So yeah.
Everyone's journey is different.
Mm-hmm.
And when you stunt someone's growth, when you tell them that a road they're taking just because it's not the road you chose,
yeah,
is incorrect, you kind of are stunting them, as long as it's positive and not hurting anyone.
yeah, that's so true. And what do you think, like, was there a particular job or anything that you were on at the time that you said, like, I really need to do this? Was there any particular moment?
A lot of people have these aha moments of, oh my word, this is it. I've got to do this forever. Like it was so wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay? I had the exact opposite. It was so terrible, but I stuck with it. Okay, so I used to be a performer in Orlando for the Disney Corporation, Walt Disney World. And I was very blessed to be booked in a lot of shows down there. I worked continually. I mean, most of the time I worked in Orlando, I had 3 and 4 shows I was juggling. Anyway, my mom and dad came to visit one August. And anyone knows Orlando heat in August, that time of year, it's just not the best. It's sweltering. And at the time I was doing a show that was outside at Epcot. It was improv comedy.
Oh.
I was training at a comedy club where Wayne Brady was an up and coming artist. And then I would come over to the park, and there were 3 of us. It was called the World Showcase Players. And I was playing an Englishman. So you had to gather a crowd.
Yeah.
And that's who you perform for. And you had to pull people out of the crowd to be your participants. You needed 3 of them and the 3 of us. Here's mom and dad. It's the middle of August. There's no one out walking around because it's that hot.
Yeah.
We can't grab a crowd. We have like 4 people. I had to beg my dad to come out of the crowd and be one of them.
Yeah.
So we had more people performing than we had watching.
Oh, wow. Oh.
And it was an interactive show, so there was a lot of physicality required. And the few people watching were like, are you kidding? As hot as it is? Anyway, the show finishes. I am drenched, just soaked.
Yeah.
And my mother, she comes over to me and she hugs me kind of, you know. And then she says, sweetie, is this what makes you happy? And I said, yes. I said, Mommy, you don't understand. This is so wonderful. And I said, you should see it on nights when it's jam-packed with people, or even if it's just 2 or 3. I love it. I have to do this. And that's when I knew, when I'm willing to be out in the middle of fire on earth, screaming my lungs out, sweating, it didn't matter. And I was doing it 5 sets a day. I loved it. And in that moment, and she ended up saying to me later, yeah, that's when I knew.
Yeah.
Willing to work that hard.
Yeah.
And to be that joyful.
Yeah.
And she was very serious. Is this what makes you happy?
And that's, you know what, it's so good. Like, I love that that's your story, because so many moments, exactly what you said, there are so many moments where we've all gone, yeah, that was a fantastic moment of mine that I knew that this is going to be my life, but you're the complete opposite. And I just love that you still were like, yes, this fills my heart with joy. I am doing this for life. Like, I just love that. I love that.
And somewhere, my dad has a video because he was videotaping.
Oh.
He had passed the camera off because I called him. And you can hear him go, oh man, it's hot. And my mom's like, I don't believe it.
I love that. They're the best moments though. Oh, that's the best. I love that. I love
my parents, yeah.
Oh, and look, we got to share the stage together as well. And I loved performing with you and sharing the stage with you.
I have something
Uh-oh.
Hopefully it'll come up. Yeah, let's try there.
Ah, look at me in the corner there.
That's you.
Oh, look at you.
That's me. What am I doing?
Singing. We were singing.
And hold on, I'll do one more, and I won't.
And that was such a quick change. I remember that. Oh my Lord.
And then I have this one.
Ah!
There you are over here. Wait, there you are.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, that's me. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. I will, but wait, I said when Amy sees these, she's gonna go, really, Jesse? So I said, well, I have to follow it up with something really nice.
Oh, that was a night out. Yeah.
As we did. But yeah, I so enjoyed being able to share the stage with you. You are beyond talented. You're beyond talented.
Thank you. That's very sweet. Thank you so much.
And for those wondering at home, this is actually a picture from the balcony of my condo in Miami. That's a real live picture. Imagine waking up to that every morning.
Oh, gorgeous. I know. I loved it. That was the first thing I said before we started recording. It was like, oh, I like that. That's nice.
Yeah.
How beautiful. And where are you at now?
So I'm currently at my house in Georgia.
Georgia. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yes. This is where I've spent the first half of the pandemic down in Miami, and then came forward. Like a lot of artists, a lot of the work was stopped. And so I came back here, and during this time, I kind of reinvented myself a little bit.
Yeah, I love that. I
got an agriculture license.
Yes.
I now sell bamboo
and
pecans off of my property.
Yeah. Wow.
My cousin's been trying to help me. How do we market this? Singer, actor, agriculturalist.
Hey, why not? Doesn't matter anymore, right? Everyone has done something different. When this strikes, this is like everyone just tried, like I was saying to you before, do something else, do something else that fills your heart, but like from a different angle, and I just think, why not?
Well, I told you, I got this crazy thing called I like to eat.
Yes.
So you've got to figure it out. I mean, at the same time, I'm one of those persons that have been blessed to still be singing. Mm-hmm. I'm doing virtual singing. I'm doing singograms. I perform with a band. As a matter of fact, tomorrow, I'll be on a flight tomorrow morning at 11:30 a.m. back to Miami. Yeah. Have a rehearsal. And then on Saturday night, I'm doing an outdoor show in Boca Raton with my 6-piece band.
Oh, wow.
As most, any music lovers and band people out there will get this. I'm still taping charts.
Oh, gosh. Bless.
I like, you know what? When someone goes, what are you doing? I go, my part-time job. Taping musical charts. So flying down there, I have a show on Saturday, and then and that's my one-man show just for advertising. Mm-hmm. I'm Croon with me. Like to purchase a CD, that's also available.
Love it. Love it.
And I'm going to do that show on Saturday, and then do some promos after that, and then doing a video shoot in downtown Miami on Monday and Tuesday for another song that's coming out.
Amazing.
And that is part of my next show that'll be out called Blaze.
Look at you. I love it.
And you're going to love this. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but if you look online, you can see when I do a version of Radiohead's Creep. Mm-hmm. 2 of my Blazettes also share the stage with you.
Amanda.
Chris, Carol, and Amanda. Yes.
Yes. Oh, girls, I love them. Yeah.
And just like this that we're doing, as you go forward in life, you can celebrate and still carry along those people that mean something to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And those women are going nowhere in my life. And so to be a part of my journey and still performing with me is awesome.
Oh, yeah. Look, going back to the fact that when we worked together, and I've even mentioned that we were like family. Like we were so lucky that cast, we were like family. We became family. And even after all these years, just still being close and staying in each other's lives. I mean, it's special and it's so rare, you know? So I think we all held on to that a lot because it was so much talent on the one stage. So the vibe, the energy was just incredible each and every day. And we did so many shows, but
Oh,
you
now,
know,
I don't know if people out there get it. We were doing 16 nights out of 17.
yeah, yeah,
Night after night after night after night.
yeah,
Try to get your bearings back on the first night, that one night off, and then back on the grind.
yeah. That's it. That's it. It was never ending. It really, and it just felt like even when it did come to an end, we were all crying because we're like, oh, hang on, I wasn't ready for this because we were just so used to being with each other every day. And I just think, yeah, I mean, I'll get back to the question because I mean, we could just talk for hours because,
But think
you
about
know,
this really quickly. Think about this. There have been very few times in anyone's life where you can say you started a contract in Italy,
mhm.
you went to Rio de Janeiro, and then Antarctica.
Yeah,
I mean, the whole thing is kind of,
I
I
know.
remember nights being backstage in the back theater. I'm thinking, my God, we're in Antarctica.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly.
when you count your blessings on that, it threads right into if you're present during those times, you can celebrate those moments and you can carry them on for the rest of your life.
That's right. I think the fact that a lot, and I think a lot of us did take it in, you know, I think a lot of us were quite grounded in that respect of, and I think that that goes to show you because of our friendships that we just gelled from day one. I think we're also grounded in knowing who we are and what we wanted. And we were just there to really enjoy this time together and grow and perform and just do what we love. And I think that's why there was just no drama in that respect of, I mean, of course, there's always going to be a little drama, you know, here and there in the cast, but because we were like family, we all kind of nipped it in the butt real quick. It was like,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
If those were the worst of times, those are the best of times.
That's right. Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And this is the thing. So this is what I was going to ask you is that going in, you know, performing and getting so used to performing for years with casts and, you know, of many of people like all of us, how did you start thinking, well, now I want to start creating my own show? Because then you had your own one-man show and you still do. But how did that come about?
I always did side gigs with bands, right?
Mm.
So being the front man was relatively easy. Now, holding a crowd, which is what a lot of entertainers kind of often don't get, holding a crowd with a cast, with someone else has paid for the costumes, the hydraulics, the music,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just fronting a few songs is quite easy. To holding a stage by yourself, 45 minutes to an hour and a half. For instance, my show on Saturday is 2 hours.
Wow. Yeah.
To hold that crowd that way without all of those bells and whistles is a whole nother ballgame.
Mm-hmm.
I was on tour in Germany with Crystal. And the cast, as any of us out there who have gone on tours, you know, touring life is kind of tough.
Mm-hmm.
You're hotel hopping, you're on the bus most of the time.
Yeah.
Well, the cast was starting to get on my nerves. I needed a break. The drummer in our band played for the German Idol. We happened to pull into a town called Kaiserslautern, Germany, which is near a base. He sent me off by myself to the club and said, hey, on Monday nights, they have this fantastic band. It's live music. You'll love it. You can get away from the cast for a night. Worked it out for the stage manager to come pick me up. While I was there, on one of the breaks, one of the guys in the band goes, hey, are you Patty Fa's friend, Jesse? And I said, yes. Do you want to come up and sing? I said, oh, no. I'm just here to watch. They called me up anyway. I sang one song. Then they took a break. They called me back in the dressing room. I came back out and did the closer of the show. And I sang a duet with another guy who is still my friend now. And I sang a song that became a staple for my career, If You Don't Know Me By Now, which was originally by Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, Teddy Pendergrass.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal says when they came to pick me up, they could hear me singing in the club. And she said she told the stage manager, I think that's Jesse. She goes, no, he's not singing. She goes, I'm telling you, that's him.
Yeah.
I walked off stage. A promoter was waiting.
Wow.
Started offering me work immediately. So I would do the regular tour, and on days off, they would train me to another part of Germany, Austria, wherever we were, and I would do club gigs. That's when the seed really was sown in, because I was proving ground.
Yeah.
In Europe, they want live music and they want it well.
Yeah.
That's when I really started honing in that craft, and I continued to do that. Came back to the ships back and forth and slowly started building my repertoire from what I've been doing in Europe.
Yeah.
Kept adding to it and slowly building that show over years, till by the time I left, I was doing a few nights of the cruise lines work, and then with the cast, and then my own. And I started juggling it back and forth for quite a while. But so that seed was planted in Germany, but it was cultivated all through Europe and then in New York City. And then here we go.
I'm just so proud of you, Jesse, as a friend. Like, you just, I mean, it takes just putting yourself out there, doesn't it? Like, it just, and you obviously we're in the right place at the right time, and then the right people, you know, like, because I think it's so important to surround yourself with the right people all the time, you know, in order for you to do what you love the best way possible.
If you don't have positive people in your life, people that believe in you, because I often say, you can be my friend if you don't really care for my voice, but we can't be romantically involved.
Yeah.
Because the person that truly loves me has to support me and all of me.
Yeah.
And so, because this is such an important part of my life, and I'll tell you something that I've not shared with a lot of people. I literally, when I got the current agent that I have now, I literally stepped off of a ship with the cast on December 14th and began my solo career on the 15th.
Yeah, wow.
Break. And for anyone that has been on traveling circuit in the theater, bands, you get kind of used to having your crutches around. Your people that you know, yeah. If no one else in the audience is going to clap, they will. And I went from having tons of people supporting me to I'm in this brand new venue and no one knows me.
Yeah.
The next night. And
such a different vibe altogether. Such a different vibe.
Mm-hmm. But either you sink or swim.
Yep.
And here we go.
Yeah.
Glad.
Oh, I love it. It's just, yeah, it's one of those things again. You just got to be brave. You got to be brave. You got to take the leap. You got to believe in yourself. And, you know, sometimes you're kind of your own cheerleader. Like, you know, like there might not be a lot of people that are going to cheer you on, but eventually they will, you know, when they see, but you've got to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your greatness. You've got to believe that you have something to offer, and you know, the right people are always going to see that, you know, and it'll also place you in the right places to be at the right time as well.
Yes.
So, and I think you would have had so much experience under your belt by then that at the end of the day, like, you would have felt if this was right or wrong for you.
Having done many things, having worked all over the world, land and sea, having worked with cast, large cast, small cast, competing to get in, all of those things make a difference. Yeah. I mean, I was headed to final callbacks for Ain't Too Proud, The Life and Times of the Temptations on Broadway, right at the top of the pandemic. And what was leading me in that direction were all of those years of experiences coming together, the taking care of this instrument, but understanding that the bridge that brought me over was a bridge that is built by many people, including yourself, those people that love you and nurture and care for you and support you.
It's just, you know, like I said, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful to see this, you know, as your friend as well. So again, yay. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful and proud of you. I really am. And I'm gonna wrap it up, and I'm just gonna ask you, like, would you have any advice for anyone out there that is maybe up and coming or wanting to create their own show, or even just in the industry alone? What would be your advice?
You have to make a decision for this business, how will you stand? And I say that, well, first of all, I'll say this. So this is my current scenario. No, I tell you what, I know that in this business, we make sacrifices, but you have to make sure that you stay true to yourself. That's not because of anyone, but it's for you. I have loved and I've been loved, and I know that I will love again. I know that I allowed a lot of the outside world to dictate how my relationship should go. And it ends up not even being about you and your partner. It ends up being about everything else around you. And if I had applied some of the same disciplines to my personal life that I applied to my professional life, I would still be in that relationship.
Yeah.
When you're on stage and you're performing to the audience, you're not paying attention to what's happening in the wings.
True.
You're concentrating. For anyone who really loves this industry and really wants to have longevity, you need to be true to yourself. You need to be kind to people.
Yeah. It's a very small industry, and I say this every time. A lot of people think it's huge and, oh, I can do that to that person because they don't, who do they know? Believe me, no, it doesn't work that way.
You have to be kind and you have to share.
Yeah.
Pulling down an audition sign so that no one gets it. Taking music that you know someone else is performing because you don't want them to have it. You want to try to get it first. You won't win. If whatever God has for you is for you.
Mm-hmm.
The universe is big enough. There's enough pieces of this pie for all of us to share.
Yeah.
And celebrate one another. I am finding, example, my show on Saturday, I made sure to go back to my band members who lost a lot of work when I went out of work last year too. You honor those people.
Yeah.
You're loyal to those people and they're loyal to you.
That's right.
So besides the normal, hey, stick with it, kids, don't give up, it's more than that. It's be kind to yourself.
Deeper than that. Yeah.
It's not allowing the noise in the wings to deter you. COVID came and rocked us all. But the ones who are still producing and surviving are the ones that understood, okay, yes, that set piece over there fell down, but I can't go down. I have to keep performing for that crowd. They've already paid their money. I got to give them a show.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That is 100% perfect advice. And it's so true. Like we can all sit here and say it, but I think when everyone experiences their own way and their own journey, that's when they'll go, I remember hearing this one day. So I think at the end of the day, it really does come down to that. So thank you for sharing that. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I don't know if you know this or not, but there's a song that I end all of my shows with that's from Australia.
Oh, really? No, yes. I didn't know that.
I was looking for a show closer. Now, this really is going to make me sound like first world problems. I was sitting in Mykonos, Greece.
Oh, terrible place.
I don't know what song. And a friend of mine, Matthew Rowland, he was in Boy from Oz. He's from Perth.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Jesse, I think you should sing Once Before I Go, Peter Allen. Mm-hmm. And I said, I don't think that song's going to work for me. So he has me sit there in this small cafe, put on the earphones and watch over and over. And the tears began to flow. Yeah. And I have tried many times to switch that song out. And I'm always asked to put it back in. Please put it back in. Peter Allen, Once Before I Go. And of course, a lot of people know Hugh Jackman from doing it in Boy from Oz, but not realizing you have to watch both versions. But it's just the music, the artistry. And so how fitting that I'm talking to you and a song that has probably kept me working is Once Before I Go.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's so wonderful. And you know what? One day, Jesse, when you can jump on a plane, because I know that you were supposed to be coming back last
Yes,
year. I remember that. Was it
twice.
May or something?
I should have been back in May and then this October.
Yes. Yeah. Because I remember you saying that, and I was so excited because, I mean, gosh, if you can ever perform your show here, you know that I will be there. Definitely. Definitely.
On your lips to God's ears. We're going to work this out. And I'm going to get you to be my promoter. We're going to figure it out.
Done. It is done. I would do anything. You know that. I would do anything to help.
I'm
love
so
that.
proud of you. I think what you're doing is awesome. Keep this up.
Thank you.
I love, love, love you.
I love you too. Thank you so much. It's again, such an honor, Jesse, like just such an honor to have you here and to share everything, and just it's just incredible. And I guess like some people might watch this and be like, oh, what are they going on about? But it's true, when you are in the industry for so many years and you're traveling the world constantly and just things like that. And then, you know, yes, COVID hit, whatever. But even if you changed career and there was no COVID, it's just the friendship that remains and the family that we create. Like those things, people will discover how rare they are. And I just think that's why we talk about it, because it's who we are, and it's brings out the best in us as well.
I've learned to guard my heart in a way to not be hurt, but you still have to be open to perform. But I want to say to you, I'm so glad I gave you my friendship heart.
Oh, don't you gonna make me cry.
We have to be careful and protect those, but I'm so grateful. I'm so very grateful.
Right back at you. You will make me cry, and I'm going to end this interview before I cry. Don't you dare.
Don't cry.
Gonna run.
By the way, this was made on a cruise ship by glass blowers.
Really?
Yes. I have a whole, I get up and I can't do it, but I have a whole menagerie that they've made for me.
Wow. How awesome. And how cool is it? Like, because you get to do that, I mean, you get to keep all these things for life as well. And they've got memories behind it. It's beautiful.
I even have dolls that were made of me by an Aussie dancer's mom.
Oh, really? Uh-oh.
Hold on. I'm coming. Look at this.
Oh my God.
It doesn't get any better than that, baby. And my full-on costumes.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up, but I absolutely adore you, and I'm so grateful yet again, if I haven't said it 1,000 times, but just thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing, and yeah.
Thank you for having me, baby. Much love.
Anytime. Mwah.
If you've really been enjoying my videos, I would love for you to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a beat on any of my newest uploads. And you can also head to uncensoredandreal.net to visit and join the mailing list and be a part of all the events that are coming up for 2021. And again, you'll be first in line, so don't miss out. Until next time, I'll see you then.